the beat goes on for this New England Patriots team. They win yesterday over the Houston Texans at home, and Tom Brady, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. His numbers are really good, though. 26 of 39, 277 yards. Mike Jones, USA Today NFL reporter, covering New England yesterday. Mike joins us here on Big Board Sports on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. Hey, Mike, it's Roger and Chris here in Albany on ESPN Radio. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Morning, We're good, Mike. Appreciate it. It felt like even though the final score was fairly close, it just felt like a dominating performance by New England yesterday.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Their offense was clicking. I mean, it doesn't matter who Brady is throwing to. He is going to put his team in position to win the game. Their defense was really getting after Deshaun Watson and giving the Texans a lot of trouble. So I think that, yeah, it didn't quite feel like it was a game that came down to 1 touchdown just because of the efficiency on offense and the effectiveness of the defense. And, you got to feel encouraged if you're the Patriots after so much chatter and rumors and questions throughout the offseason that it almost looked just like business as usual.
It really did, Mike, and once again able to Brady able to come up with a receiver to throw the football to, and not a lot of guys are maybe out there have heard of Philip Dorsett, but boy, he was good yesterday. Edelman is out, and this young man gets 7 catches and a touchdown, and that's just the way it always seems to work with the New England Patriots. There is that next man up mentality, and sometimes it's not even a name that you've really ever heard.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And, I talked to Tyrann Mathieu in the locker room, the visitors' locker room, and he said that that's just exactly what the Patriots are. He said they play next man up football all the time. And we saw that. And it's going to be a different guy, different times. And that's why afterwards a lot of people were asking Dorsett, was this your coming out party? And, he said, I'll see some next because you just never know. My role could be different next week than what it was today. And everybody just, that it's the belief that they have in Tom Brady, the belief that Brady has in his guys, and he doesn't matter who it is. He's going to bring the best out of all of them, and that's why they were effective.
You find Mike Jones on Twitter at @ByMikeJones, covers the NFL for USA Today and joins us here on Big Board Sports 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. Mike, you mentioned it in your first answer, and to me that was what impressed me most about New England yesterday is that Patriots defense and how schematically Belichick, I guess it's no shock, but he was 2-3 steps ahead of what Bill O'Brien wanted to do offensively. I was surprised at how they were able to neutralize Deshaun Watson. How much of it, from what you saw, was Watson maybe shaking off some rust? He missed, obviously, the last 9 games of last season.
Yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it. Also, they've got a new offensive line. They're still working to get on the same page. And also, I think the game plan, maybe the coaches were putting a little bit too much on Watson, and then it was after they kind of regrouped, they scaled things back, went a lot of the zone read and misdirection, a lot of running the ball to try to keep the defense honest, was when they were able to start moving the ball a little bit. But I think that it's going to take some time, a couple weeks of him being out there. Nobody really plays their starters much in the preseason anymore, and so there are kinks that have to be worked out. And so I think that that's what we saw yesterday with the Texans.
Well, I tell you what, already fast forward now to week 2, because now you've got New England going to Jacksonville, Mike. That is a very sexy matchup. I wouldn't even want. I mean, I guess you give New England the slight edge, but Jacksonville's defense looked awfully good yesterday, and I know that group up front will provide some problems for Tom Brady and the Patriots offense.
Yeah, I mean, they had a really good defense they went against yesterday, and now the defense they're going to go against next week gets even better. And so we'll see what happens there. Obviously, their offense, we don't know what's going to happen with Leonard Fournette, if he's going to be out. If he is, then that really hurts them because Blake Bortles needs that run game to support. And we saw this team, they had a chance, it looked like, to win, to really, shock the Patriots in the AFC Championship game, and kind of fell apart. So now it's the rematch here. Really going to be interesting to see what the game plan is for getting after Brady with that very stout defense that the Jaguars have. And then see who the star is going to be for Brady to go to next week, because, like we said, it's going to change every week.
And Mike, Brady at 41 years old, what you were able to get from him yesterday, how is he reacting to that win? Is it just kind of, aw shucks, this is what everybody expects and I can even do it at this age?
Yeah, just kind of, business as usual. Winning, every win is important, but they go out there with the expectation. Tom Brady, if he didn't have confidence that he could play at that level, he wouldn't be out there. And so he just went out there, continued to do the things that we've seen him do year in and year out. And they expect to take care of business and contend with the best of them in the league. And so they're, we saw it there. No surprise, really. It's crazy to think this dude's 41 years old, but he continues to get it done.
That he does in a big way. Who is to ever doubt Tom Brady? And then you watch him yesterday and you go, wow, he's still really good. Mike, we appreciate a few minutes here on Big Board Sports. Nice work covering New England and Houston, and onward we go to week 2.
All right, thanks for having me.